Good morning students. So in the previous classes we completed our two chapters. Now today we will start with chapter number 3, fiber to fabric. So in this introduction of the chapter, two friends are there, Paheli and Buju. They are winning the quiz competition and decide to buy the clothes for the parents, and they go to the shop. There what they see that there are various types of clothes in the shops. There are bed sheets, blankets, sari, bags and all these things in the shop. Now they get to know that there are various types of fibers. So students, let me tell you one thing, there are various types of fibers, there are various types of clothes which we wear, which we touch and which we see in our daily life. Now here three activities are given. The first activity is about that you can also perform that activity. You just go to the tailor, you just ask that uncle or auntie to give you 5 clothes, different types of fiber like cotton, jute, like polyester, synthetic fibers. 5 types of fibers you have to find and cut it into small pieces and stick in your notebook. This is the first activity which you all are going to do. So here in the third activity he is splitting the yarn, and what you can see here, see the yarn is getting split in various types of threads. So these threads are known as fibers. The thin strands of thread that we see are made up of still thinner strands called fibers. This thread is made up of fibers. The fabric are made of yarns, and yarns are further made up of fibers. Where do these fibers come from? The fibers of some fabrics such as cotton, jute, silk and wool are obtained from the plants and animals. Now we get fibers from the plants and animals. See, these are called natural fibers. These are the definition of natural fibers. Now I request you student that these are known as natural fibers. Now request you all that students mark the important points along with me in the chapters which I am marking. You mark along with me. Now cotton and jute are examples of fibers obtained from plants. Now these are the examples which are the fibers which are obtained from plants. Wool and silk fibers are obtained from animals. Wool is obtained from fleece of sheep or goat. Now what do you mean by fleece? Fleece means skin of the animal. Now wool and silk fibers are obtained from animals. It is also obtained from hairs of rabbit, yak and camel. Silk fibers is drawn from cocoon of silkworm. Now here various fibers are there which are derived from various animals and plants. ये paragraph में दिया है. From where the cotton and jute we get cotton and jute from plants. Wool and silk fibers we get from animal. Wool हमको कहाँ से मिलता है? Sheep and goats. Skin we get wool. Fleece, the hairs we got fleece. We got wool, and we get silk from the cocoon of silkworm. So for thousands of years natural fibers were the only ones available for making fabrics. In the last 100 years or so, fibers are also made from chemicals substance which are not obtained from plants or animal sources. These are called synthetic fibers. Some examples of synthetic fibers are polyester, nylon and acrylic. Now some natural fibers were there. After that we got a machine from which we can make the synthetic fibers by ourselves. So they are called as synthetic fibers. Some fibers are, the example of synthetic fibers are polyester, nylon and acrylic. So we'll underline this statements. For thousands of years natural fibers were the only ones available for making fabrics. In the last 100 years and so, fibers are also made from chemical substances which are not obtained from plants and animal sources. These are called as synthetic fibers. Examples are polyester, nylon and acrylic. Synthetic fibers are made up of chemical substances. They are man-made fibers, and natural fibers are those which we get from plants and animals. Some plant fibers, now see here, some plant fibers are given. First is cotton. Now what are cottons? आपने ऐसा plant देखा होगा, आप कभी जाते हो अपने village area में, you see like this plant. These are known as cotton. Have you ever made wicks of oil lamps? Yes, cotton are also used to make the wicks of oil lamps. हम लोग दिया जो जलाते हैं उसके अंदर जो we make wicks, they are made up of cotton. This cotton wool is also used for filling mattresses, quilts and pillows. Yes, we use cotton for filling the pillows, quilts and mattresses also. Take some cotton wool, pull it apart and look at the edges. What do you observe? The small thin strands that are made up of cotton fibers. When we take cotton and spread it, we get to know that there are small thin strands which are made up of cotton fibers. Where does this cotton wool come from? It is grown in the fields. Cotton plants are usually grown at the places having black soil and warm climate. Where the cotton is grown, it is grown where there are black soil and warm climate. Can you name some states of the countries where cotton is grown? Yes, you can. This is the activity you can do. You can search the states where the cotton is grown in the maximum amount. The fruits of the cotton plant are about the size of lemon. The fruits means cotton balls which are grown above the cotton plant. They are known as cotton balls and they are of the size of a lemon. After maturing, the balls burst open and the seeds covered with cotton fibers can be seen. Have you ever seen a cotton field that is ready for picking? It looks like a field covered with snow. Now see, this is the field of cotton. It is looking like cotton balls are looking like the snow. From these balls, cotton is usually picked by hands. Fibers are then separated from the seeds by combing. This process is called ginning of cotton. Now what the farmers do, they pluck the cotton balls from the plant and then comb that, and this comb that means like a comb. Now see here, the process is explained. This process is known as ginning of cotton. Ginning was traditionally done by hand. These days machines are used for ginning. Now ginning, firstly they used to do with their hand. Now machines have come, technology has come, so now the ginning is done by machines. So like this the cotton is grown and plucked and then the cotton fibers are made. Jute. The next fiber, plant fiber, is jute. Jute means we see the gunny bags and all, they are made up of jute. Jute fiber is obtained from the stem of jute plant. Now see, this is a jute plant. From this the jute fiber is made. It is cultivated during the rainy season. Now jute is made during the rainy season. In India, jute is mainly grown in West Bengal, Bihar and Assam. Now see, here you have to Google it, but here the states are mentioned that in which state the jute is made more. The jute plant is normally harvested when it is in the flowering stage. The stems of the harvested plants are immersed in the water for a few days. The stems rot and fibers are separated by the hands. Now here what is done during the rainy season, the plants are harvested and then the stems are kept in water for some days. After that the stem rot means जो stems है वो सड़ जाते हैं and then the fiber is made separated by hand and we get a jute fiber. To make fibers, all of these are firstly converted into yarns. To make the fiber means when we have to make the fiber of cotton, whether jute, we have to firstly convert the plants into yarns and then made a cloth. Now see, the next process is spinning cotton yarn. Now here we saw some plant fibers, how we pluck it, how we make the yarn. After this, how to make a cotton yarn, how to spin a cotton yarn. Now see, here a small activity is given. Hold small cotton wool in one hand. Pinch some cotton between the thumb and forefinger of the other hand. Now gently start pulling out the cotton while continuously twisting the fibers. Are you able to make a yarn? Some of you can do, some of you cannot do. It is very easy. You have to start pulling the cotton from one hand and catching the cotton from another hand. Some of you may be able to make a yarn, a small yarn like here, see, it is given in the picture. The process of making yarn from fiber is called spinning. The process of making yarn from fibers is called spinning. In this process, fibers from a mass of cotton wool are drawn out and twisted. This brings the fibers together to form a yarn. A simple device used for spinning is a hand spindle, also called takli. This is a device which is used to spin the yarn from a cotton ball. Another hand operated device used for spinning is charkha. Now see, two devices are there. One is takli and one is charkha, which is used to spin the yarn from the cotton. Use of charkha was popularized by Mahatma Gandhi as part of independence movement. He encouraged people to wear clothes made of home. Now see, it is a charkha and this is takli. These both instruments are used to spin the yarn from the cotton. Now yarn to fabric. Now when we make yarn, after that the next process is how to make fabric. Firstly, the first process was how to pluck the plants, how to cultivate the plant fibers, then how to make that fibers into yarn. Now we will learn how to make that yarn into fabric, how to weave the yarn into fiber. There are many ways by which fabrics are made from yarns. The two main process are weaving and knitting. Weaving and knitting. Knitting means जब हम लोग घर पे देखे होंगे our grandmothers and all, they all knit the sweaters. कॉटन के वुल लेते हैं और उससे वो लोग अपने हैंड से स्वेटर निट करते हैं. यस, नाउ हियर विल दैट इज नोन एज निटिंग. नाउ विल लर्न what is. So in activity 2, you might have noticed that a fabric is made up of two sets of yarn arranged together. The process of arranging two sets of yarn together to make a fabric is known as weaving. When we arrange two sets of yarn, दो धागे means two yarns, when we arrange together and start mixing it, it is known as weaving. So here a small activity is given in which you have to cut two sheet papers in a particular length, and while you will read the activity you will get what you have to do and weave the fibers. This activity we can understand that how the paper strips are weaved. ऐसे पेपर जो है वीव हुआ है. सेम इन दिस वे द yarn are also weaved. दो धागे इसी तरह वीव होते हैं and we get the fiber. Now here it is an instrument, handloom, which a lady is weaving the yarns. Here a next method is there, knitting. Knitting means bunna. So like this our grandmothers weave the sweater. Like this the yarn fiber are weaved and knit. Have you ever noticed how sweaters are knitted? Yes. In knitting, a single yarn is weaved and knitting are used for making piece of fabric. Have you ever pulled the yarn from the pair of socks? What happens? A single yarn gets pulled and the full fibers are get unraveled. Yes, when we pull a yarn from the fiber which is knitted, the whole fibers get unraveled. So weaving and knitting are used to making different kinds of fabric. These fibers are used for variety of clothing item. These are the methods of weaving a fabric. Now history of clothing material. What are the history of clothing material? Now here a history is explained how the clothing material was introduced. So see, have you ever wondered what materials people used in ancient time for clothes? It appears that in those time people used barks and big leaves. Yes, firstly the people used leaves and barks for wearing animal skin and furs for covering themselves. After people began to settle in agriculture communities, what they did, they started wearing twigs and grass. They started making mats and baskets. They started using animals' fleece or hair to make the clothes, to weave, and they started growing the cotton in the rivers, in the regions which were near river Ganga. They started using natural fibers for themselves. After that, in those days stitching was not known. People simply wrapped the fibers around different parts of their body. In those days the stitching was not done, so what they did, they just made fibers and then they just wrapped the fibers on the different parts of their body. Many different ways of wrapping fibers were used. With the invention of the sewing needle, these people started stitching their clothes, and now there are various types of clothes, sari, dhoti, lungi, turban, which are unstitched, but people use them as a piece of fabric to wear. Just as there is a large variety of food, there is also a large variety of clothing items which we use in our daily lives. So this chapter is about clothes, how the cloth was introduced, what are the natural fibers, what are the man-made fibers, what are the process of plucking the plants, what are the process of making yarn, what are the process of making fibers from the yarns, what is the process of knitting. I request you all the students, go through the video and read the chapter along with the video. Write these keywords in your notebook and I'll send you the exercise in the group. Thank you.